Well, music's biggest night could not resist the chance to take a few jabs at President Trump.
We remember that this country was built by dreamers, for dreamers, chasing the American dream. Just like dreams, these kids can't be forgotten and are worth fighting for.
He had a long-time fear of being poisoned. One reason why he liked to eat at McDonald's. Nobody knew he was coming, and the food was safely pre-made.
Bring us your tired, your poor, and any immigrant who seeks refuge.
Here now to react, host of the Michael Knowles Show, Michael Knowles. Thanks for joining us this morning, Michael. You heard in that clip there the crowd just go crazy when Hillary Clinton came up on the screen reading that excerpt of the book Fire and Fury. What's your reaction to that and the whole night?
Well, nothing says entertainment quite like Hillary Clinton, right? Isn't that just what the American people want? I don't know when the Hollywood elite and when the music elite will get the point that we do not want to hear their political opinions. The ratings in the key 18 to 49 demographic on the Grammys have been at several-year lows. Oscars were at 9-year lows last time around. The Golden Globes had low ratings. People are tuning this out. There was one high point last night when Patti LuPone sang, and it was maybe the saddest reminder of what glamour and class used to look like at these awards shows that have now turned into hysterical, unentertaining political rants that the American people, very rightly, are just tuning out.
It's fascinating, though, because, I mean, when you look at the average, Hollywood musician or Hollywood actor, these are not really the most, I don't want to say the most intelligent people, but they're not the most academic people, by and large. And yet they have these really strong opinions, and we give them this huge platform to make these big statements. Most of these people really don't know what's going on in the country, by and large. They live in a bit of a bubble out there where it's sunny every day, and they don't have to work very much, and they get to make millions of dollars for doing, well, they do some good things, but it's not that hard of a job, I would say. So it's funny to see how opinionated they can be, knowing all that.
And the big takeaway from last night is now everybody is upset that only one woman won a Grammy. And rather than going on stage and having some class and some gratitude and grace and saying, oh yes, it's very nice that I get to make millions of dollars and win gold statues for playing around and pretending all day, you just see millionaires instead who are complaining that they're not making enough millions of dollars and winning enough gold statues. It's a farce that the regular old American people who work real jobs in the real world just don't want to pay any attention to if we're not at least going to be entertained by it.
So I want to get your reaction to comments Jay-Z made on Saturday on CNN. Let's go ahead and listen to that and then talk to you about it after.
What you've done was spray perfume on a trash can. And what you do when you do that is, the bugs come and you spray something and then they come and then you create a super bug. And then now we have Donald Trump, the super bug.
And then President Trump responded to that on Twitter, of course, saying, quote, somebody please inform Jay-Z that because of my policies, black unemployment has just been reported to be at the lowest rate ever recorded. Michael, your thoughts?
Well, I do share a last name with Jay-Z's wife, so we're practically family. And President Trump here, this is his superpower. President Trump is the first Republican in my lifetime who can fight cultural battles and win it. One thing that not a lot of people are talking about is even Donald Trump's tweet is in the form of a rap. Somebody please tell Jay-Z that my policies have black on it, and so on and so forth. And so he's willing to engage it in a fairly trollish way. And you heard Jay-Z say, because black unemployment is at historic lows, because the economy is doing so well, he can't complain about anything in public policy. So he has to say, billionaire Jay-Z has to say, oh, money doesn't really matter that much. And then he goes on television, lip quivering. This is a man who pled guilty to stabbing someone at a nightclub, but he says Donald Trump may have used a naughty word. And it's so disingenuous. He's right about one thing, that money isn't everything. Economic policies aren't everything. Culture matters too. Politics is downstream of culture. Fortunately, with President Trump, we get the best of both worlds. Good, sound economic policy and a cultural warrior who is willing to wage these important battles.
Okay, so they've got this big plan to do this People's State of the Union. They want to boycott the President's State of the Union tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. What do you think?
Mark Ruffalo, the voice of the American people. I encourage them to do it. Please bring it on. It's being organized by Mark Ruffalo, who is a 9/11 conspiracy theorist who's called on NBC to stop hiring white conservatives. Bring it on. Some people complain that Donald Trump is not likable. He has low approval ratings. I think President Trump could back over the collective dog of the American people. He would still be more likable than these out-of-touch Hollywood elites.
All right, Michael Knowles, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We'll certainly see how the celebrity State of the Union or whatever they're calling it plays out today.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
I'll be watching.